everyone, and thanks for joining me today. So I think we've all been there before. You've got a fine tuner that's just being stubborn, doesn't want to turn. Sometimes it can be stuck to the point where you feel like it's just frozen forever. That's not the case, and there are things we can do about it. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is actually remove the fine tuner altogether. It may be in fact necessary to use something like this, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I won't need to. Okay, so unscrew this all the way out of its holder. And then we'll be ready for the next step. This part is just as important as any of the other steps. Okay, I've removed the screw from the cello and I'm ready to now clean it and re-lubricate it. But here's the important part. I'm now leaving the place where I do my practicing and I'm going to go to a different part of the house altogether. Actually, I'm going to go into my kitchen where I have some stuff already set up. There's a WD-40 that I'll use, and I'm going to apply it here away from the cello. Okay, I have my screw. Now the first step, which a number of sources will neglect to tell you, is to clean off any residual stuff or crud that happens to have accumulated there since it was last installed or cleaned. So the first thing I'm going to do is hold it tightly with one hand and actually kind of unscrew it from this tissue. That should clean out the threads from whatever junk may have been there. And if you look at the tissue, you can see in fact there was some crud there. Okay, now we're ready to apply our lubricant. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. I've had good luck with WD-40. A number of other sources recommend other materials. One luthier I spoke to highly recommends 3-in-1 oil. So let me put a little bit of this onto my cloth here. Apply some of this lubricant to the screw. Wipe off any excess. So 3-in-1 oil was the product that was recommended to me by one expert. So of course that would be a good choice. Other people have suggested using wax, perhaps a household candle. If you have some actual paraffin or wax lying around, you could use that as well. Some people have suggested using just household soap, like this bar soap that you see here. I suppose one might even try. No, I don't think so. Okay, I'm all finished. I'm going to now bring it back to the place where the cello is. The reason this is so important is because you really, really, really want to avoid getting any of that organic stuff onto the instrument itself. It is not good for the varnish, so avoid it pretty much at all costs. Now that we're all done and it's ready to go, you can put it back in, screw it back to where it belongs. There we go. That's pretty much it. It's not very complicated, fairly simple. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to deal with it just with whatever materials you have on hand. It's probably not a bad idea to pick up some 3-in-1 oil, although some of the other materials that we've mentioned will work at least as an interim measure. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you again next time.